This personal branding AI agent grows your social media accounts for you across all channels with AI generated video and text based posts, growing your audiences, growing your lists, increasing your subscribers count, your following, giving you free traffic, more clicks, more likes, and more appointments. So this personal branding agent grows your audiences for you with AI generated text and video posts across Threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and grows your list, grows your audience, increases your subscriber count, gets you free traffic, free clicks, and ultimately grows your brand, making people like you, trust you, and buy from you more often. So when I was growing my audiences, I was growing my Instagram, I was growing my YouTube, I had a lot of flops. I had a lot of content that went out that did very little views, not a lot of views, not a lot of clicks, not a lot of subscribers, but I just kept posting. And sometimes I would see little spikes, and I was always curious why those pieces of content did well or they didn't do well. And over time, what I noticed is it gave me a feel for what the audience liked and what the algorithms liked, and what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. In my opinion, the most important part of entrepreneurship is figuring out what the audience likes, what's going to work, and what's not, because that actually gives you a source of free traffic. Speaking of free traffic, this personal branding agent automatically grows your Threads, your Instagram. You can also link it up into YouTube, Twitter, previously Twitter, it's now X, Facebook, TikTok. In this demo, we're going to show you how we link it up with Threads and Instagram to automatically post and grow your brand for you, which grows your audiences, and it gives you feedback on the messaging that the algorithm prefers, and this posts 3 to 4 times per day for you. When I was heavy into building a different business back in 2023, I spent a lot of money on advertising. I built out my whole landing page. I built out all my different creatives and my headlines. I was even paying for coaching, and I got a couple deals, but in the back end, those deals fell through. And so I had spent $5,000 on ads to get no return. And that was a really painful entrepreneurial experience. And it taught me a lot about lead generation and how to get the market to know you. And so this system is the result of years of painful entrepreneurship lessons and being completely obscure in the marketplace, and the marketplace not knowing who you are, what your message is, what your offer is, not knowing you, liking you, or trusting you. And this system is going to build your personal brand on autopilot all for you with a simple content calendar. The goal is that all of your social media accounts are growing. People are getting to know you, they're starting to like you and starting to trust you because you're popping up so much on their feeds. I first got into personal branding when I saw Alex Hormozy in Vegas. He was walking down the sidewalk. He obviously didn't see me, but I started looking at his content more, and he was doing a lot of personal branding as opposed to advertising, meaning he was giving out valuable content as opposed to just running an advertisement or a headline. And he still runs advertisements, but a lot of people work with him from getting a lot of value out of his brand. And so personal branding became the new advertising in my eyes, and that's when I had the epiphany. That's kind of when it clicked, and I realized that I needed to begin working on giving out valuable content, growing my expertise, positioning myself well in the market so that clients would get a positive feedback loop. It's a mental model. Basically, when somebody has some sort of positive change from interacting with you and they get some sort of win, it creates this positive feedback loop where they come back for more and more. So from personal branding, I got really into writing, and I started to set up my Notion second brain. If you haven't heard of a second brain, it's basically where you hold all your notes and your journaling and things like that. And I was able to set up a content calendar, and you can actually download the template in the description for the content calendar. And this AI agent takes in a content calendar theme and generates a script and sends it into an AI generated video, and generates an AI avatar video for you and post it onto your Threads and Instagrams, all automated, 3 to 4 times per day on a schedule. Finding your brand image and how you want to come across online was a challenge, and figuring out what my message is, what I want to represent, what I want to stand for, what my message and mission is, was something that took me a few years to figure out. Luckily, with our AI generated videos, we can train the AI on our brand image, put in templates, and programmatically produce content that is in line with exactly what our messaging is. So for an example, here's a video, an AI generated video that was posted to my YouTube, and this is kind of the end result.
What's up guys, Jeff here. You might not have a bunch of money for ads. Me personally, I never liked paying for ads. The money comes out of your credit card regardless of if you get a deal or a sale, and the leads sometimes are garbage. They don't know you, like you, or trust you. So why would you expect them to buy from you? So we help you create content. Content is what grows your lists, brand, and audiences without paid ads. And we have live masterminds Tuesdays and Thursdays in the Discord group on how to generate free traffic with an AI content infrastructure.
So I had been filming for a while. That was an older video that I used to actually train the AI. But that was the kind of brand image and type of video that I always wanted to put out. Unfortunately, it never got a whole lot of views. But with this system, I'm able to consistently put out different iterations and variations of that same kind of brand image, you know, walking around at the parking garage with the video. And then I can go back and look at, you know, how well did the video do, how many views did it get, and determine, you know, based on the subject matter, based on the topic, all other things left the same, this is what the audience liked, this is what the algorithm likes. And so from this standpoint, you can go back in and delete a lot of the videos or unlist a lot of videos that you don't like, and then keep the ones that do well and study the ones that do well and continue to iterate on your personal brand. In my opinion, personal brand is just your simple outwards facing communication. It's the way you're communicating with the marketplace. It's the standpoint you're taking in the economy. It's your niche. It's your overall kind of persona. And it's the way that you kind of portray yourself to the market. Personal branding and a content-based strategy typically 5x's your sales cycle, 5x's your conversion rates, and 5x is the price in which you can sell. It increases your perceived value as opposed to just running headline-based ads or direct response advertising. Giving valuable-based content allows people to get quick wins, creates a positive feedback loop, and people start to trust you more because you're giving them value on the front end. So in this video, I'm going to go step by step and show you all the nodes, kind of the theory behind why I built it this way, the different HTTP requests, the different programs that we're using, the prompt engineering, and ultimately how to hook this up and set this up for yourself. Also, you can download the JSON blueprint in the Discord group. Just go to HVT, scroll down to Premium Coaching, and click Blueprints, and you can get all the blueprints for all the different builds that we have. You just click in, and then you click to the JSON file, and you click download. Like I said, in this video, I'm going to help you build this step by step. If you want to skip this and just download the blueprint and get it instantly installed, go ahead and join the Discord group. Alright, so I just wanted to walk you through some of the nodes in this build. We'll just start from the very beginning with the schedule trigger. So this workflow is going to run every 4 hours is what I have it set for. So every 4 hours, it's going to grab the date, today's date, and then it's going to grab the day in the calendar on our content calendar. It's going to grab that same date in our content calendar, and it's going to pass in that piece of content that you have set up on your content calendar. So let's take a look at. So I'm here in Notion, and I have my content calendar set up. Basically, each day it's going to pull in this page, and it's going to read through the title, the description, and the summary, and then it's going to create posts based on that. And so just to show you an example, I'll just hit test, and it's going to pull it in. And now when I click into the agent, we're going to see what's getting passed in, and no data is getting passed in because we have no data for today. So I'm just going to pull in yesterday's theme into today and then run it again. And it has that item now, and we'll check in the agent, and that whole page is getting passed into the agent now. And you'll see in my prompt, I'm just passing it in verbatim. I just pulled in the title, transcription, summary, and it's giving it all the information it needs. Let's take a look at the prompt engineering for this agent. You are a content engine within a workflow that creates video scripts and text posts. Create a video script for my avatar to speak. Use a simple problem solution script. Only output the script, not any context. Write a script that can be read into the camera, no extras. Act as if the reader will read everything you output, so make sure it's only dialogue. Don't put any other instructions on the script. New line characters should not be used. Don't use any markup for a new line at all. So the reason I did it like that was because I was getting a lot of scripts that weren't readable by my avatar, my AI avatar, because we're passing that into HeyGen, and HeyGen is taking in our script and creating an AI video based on our script with our AI avatar that we had already trained our HeyGen avatar on. So if we take a look at the HTTP request to HeyGen, we're just hitting the endpoint of video generate with our generic credential, and we're passing in content type, and then we're using a JSON body as the body parameters, with the input text being the text that our AI agent generates. And so if we run this, it's going to generate the text for us. It's going to generate the script. And then it just generated our script. And so now we see that it's passing in a script. And then this expression is dynamically taking in our script. So you can see that it's passing in our script, and our script looks nice and clean so that HeyGen can take it in. And now we will post it into HeyGen. So now let's test our API request to HeyGen, and that went well. And now it's executing, and it's taking in our video. And since I'm doing these manually, I have a wait node here, but basically you need to wait for HeyGen before you request the video. And so you can put a wait node like in between these, or you can put a wait node or like an if node, and then just ask for the file. But it'd probably be better to put a wait node here for like 5 minutes before you ask for the file, just so it has time to process. Now I'm gonna grab the file. I'm going to hit the endpoint, get video status, and it's gonna tell me if the video is ready or not. And we're gonna see that the video is processing, so we just need to wait a little bit longer. And so if you see this next if node, it's gonna tell me that it's still processing, and so it takes me to a wait node. And so I'm gonna have to use this wait node, and this is set to wait for about 5 minutes, and then it'll loop and come back and request it again. And we'll request it again and see what happens. And it's still processing, so we just have to wait. And so again, it's gonna loop again, and it's gonna wait again, and it's gonna continue to wait until we have a successfully processed video. All right, so now we're going to request it again, and hopefully this time it's finished. And we have status completed, and we have the thumbnail, the video URL, so that looks good. And now when we run this if node, it's going to come back and it's going to pass it on because it's completed. And now I can post, I'm going to go ahead and just post it to Threads, but I can also post it into Instagram, and I'll show you both of those. So this node is using the Threads API, and we're just posting into Threads, and we're basically we're passing in the video URL, and we're also passing in the text, which is the title. And so this is going to create a media container. If I run this, I should get a media container ID, just like that. And then if I run this, it's just going to post, it should have just posted into publish. Okay, I just had to rerun it. Not really sure why it errored out there. But now if I go into my Threads account, we'll see that there's a video there, and it has the HeyGen, watermarks. You just have to pay for this is a free trial account, but it'll take all these watermarks off, and you'll have this video, and we'll play it for you.
Wonder what makes these components so critical? First, let's talk about methodology. A solid methodology acts as a roadmap for your automation projects. It guides every step of the process, ensuring that each part is executed correctly and aligns with your overall business goals. But having a methodology isn't enough on its own. This is where standard operating procedures, or SOPs, come into play. SOPs ensure consistency and quality. They are the detailed written instructions that describe exactly how to perform a task. No guesswork, pure precision. Lastly, we have prompt engineering. This is especially crucial in environments where automation involves AI and machine learning. Prompt engineering involves crafting inputs that generate the best possible outputs from these systems. It's about understanding the nuances of AI interactions and optimizing them to meet specific needs. By integrating methodology, SOPs, and prompt engineering, organizations don't just automate processes, they optimize and ensure these processes are scalable and repeatable with minimal errors. So, if you're looking to enhance the efficiency, consistency, and effectiveness of your automated systems, consider these 3 pillars: methodology, SOPs, and prompt engineering. With these in your arsenal, you're not just automating, you're innovating. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of automation, structure is key to unlocking success.
So that's pretty gangster, right? It's positioning you well, like your messaging is on topic. I'm talking about prompt engineering in my brand, which is positioning well as an expert on prompt engineering, using prompts to create the video, if that makes sense. And so now let's check out posting onto Instagram. Just go back into the workflow. I'm gonna have to wire this up to my Instagram node, which is here. So let's take this same node and just wire it up here. And the same thing, kind of the same flow. You're creating a media container with Instagram, the Graph API, and you're creating a media container with kind of your business ID, which takes a while to figure out how to do. So I would jump in the free coaching so that we can help you with that if you need help setting that up. And we're posting in the well, in order to post this to Instagram, I need to change a couple parameters because this is just taking in an image and I need to be able to put in a media container. So I need to change one of the parameters here because we're still posting to a media bin in Instagram, but one of the parameters, it's not an image URL, it's a video URL. And then I need to actually pass in the video URL, so I'll pull that in. And then I also need to include one other parameter, which is media type, and that'll be Reels. And so I'll pull in that parameter as well, media type, and then I'll just say Reels. And we'll give that a test. And then we have a media container ID. And now the next thing I'll do is I'll publish that container. And so I'm doing media publish, and the creation ID is the one from the previous node, and that should publish. It seems like I need to put a wait step in between these because if I immediately publish, it's not available. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to update this workflow and put a wait step in between these nodes so that it doesn't fire immediately. And now you see that it worked and we published a container. And so if I go into my Instagram account, a brand new reel would have been published, and there it is. And the only thing with this one is it didn't have a title or a text. And so I'll have to figure out how to put in those params, but then if we just listen to it.
Now, you might wonder what makes these components so critical. First, let's talk about methodology. A solid methodology acts as a roadmap for your automation projects. It guides every step of the process with your overall business goals.
So perfect. It's passing that in, and it's posted as a reel. And so if we can check out the reel, this is just what it'll look like. Now, the only other thing I want to look at is how can I put in some text, like a headline or a caption. And so I'll look at that next. And it looks like you literally just pass in a caption parameter. And so I'm just going to include that in the Instagram node. So whenever you want to add a caption, you would just put in that parameter. And then for me, like, the caption I would put is just simply the video title, which would be the name that came in from Notion. I would probably just use that as my caption. But knowing this, now I will go back and add in a new property in my content calendar, knowing that that's kind of how it works. And I'll just put a caption field here, and I'll know to fill that in with the actual caption that I want inside of my automation. So now we have a new caption parameter, and that's all ready and set to go. So you can kind of see the power of AI generated content and how it can post these kinds of videos for you as often as you like. I'm posting every 4 to 6 hours, and they're all customized based on themes. And each time the script is a little bit different. And so your own kind of cadence, your own posting cadence is really up to you. But this puts your message out in front of people. The reels might start picking it up. And you can play with this in terms of templates in your AI video generation software. I like to use HeyGen, obviously, and I'm using the free version. And the sky's the limit in terms of the potential of what you want to post. Now, this automation, who is this really for? This would work best for people who are doing a lot of content, who are trying to hit the market with a unique message. So like a coach or a consultant or a solopreneur, any entrepreneur with an interesting offer that's wanting to grow trust and credibility and position themselves as an expert in any field. This enables you to do that. And it's some interesting problems that this solves. One is people not knowing what to say on their content. Using this format, you can give the AI a kind of direction or better prompting. I mean, based on your prompt here with the AI agent, or you can go ahead and manually in your Notion just put in a script, and you can completely take the AI agent out of the equation here, and you can completely write the script from hand in your Notion content calendar if that's what you want. But it solves the problem of not knowing what to say in your video. So you can see the AI speaks the words really well. It's very crisp, it's very clean, it's to the point. And it kind of hits that ideal of, if you have an idea of what you want to say, but you can't quite say it correctly, this text-to-speech feature makes your videos very precise, very articulate, very clean. This also solves the problem of scalability, having to go out and film every single day or a couple times a week. Instead, you can film these templates or these looks that are preset based on the brand image that you want to convey, and it will adapt that same video that it's trained on, that the AI is trained on, to different content, to different subject matter, to different scripts. And so it solves that scalability problem and saves you tons of time having to go reshoot and memorize scripts and everything like that. So you'll have access to this automation if you become a student in HVT. In the blueprint section, it'll be posted here. You just click on it and you're able to download. You also can download the content calendar, and we can set those up for you in the live calls and help you coach through it. This is something that we work with our private clients on in terms of personal branding, your content infrastructures, and help position your AI brand in the marketplace. And it's not just for people selling AI. This is for all entrepreneurs, all solopreneurs, anybody who has a message or unique message and a unique offer that they're selling to the marketplace that requires a lot of content and education on the front end. This is going to be something that we would help implement into your business for you. So the potential use cases for this are fairly broad, and you can download the content calendar template, link in the description, to the Notion. You basically download it, and then you go up into the top right and you can duplicate it into your Notion account. You can also download it here in the blueprint section and become a student of HVT, and you can jump in here, and the content calendar is also here as well. And so you click this link and this calendar pulls up. Basically, this calendar pops up, and then you go into the top right corner and hit this button for duplicate, and then it'll duplicate into your Notion instance. You can get instant access to this build. The Stripe link is in the description as well. If you're ready to just become a student, you're ready to jump in. As soon as we receive payment, you'll get instant access to the blueprints as well. So we appreciate you. We'll see you in the live calls. And if you are interested in building and growing custom AI infrastructures that you can sell for up to $50K, join the one-man AI business playbook offer. You also get 30 days of free coaching, and there's 10 plus playbooks on prompt engineering, marketing, sales, content creation, and you can get that absolutely free. That's my free gift to you today. So thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Peace. The link is in the description. As soon as we receive payment, you'll get instant access to the blueprints.